Hey, how's it going, runners? Coach Kyle here, and the question is, with winter coming and fresh snow on the ground, I found that I'm getting less traction when I push off while running outside. This is leading to me running slower than my usual pace. Does anybody have any advice on how to tell if I'm still on track for my usual pacing? Is there some sort of conversion factor I could use? And this is always kind of tricky. It's frustrating to feel yourself either working harder to maintain that normal easy speed, or you're running easy and you're running slower in the snow, on sand, on trail, in heat. It's all the same. How do you deal with this versus optimal 50, 60 degree flat, nice terrain weather conditions? It's important to realize your body doesn't care what your speed is. It doesn't care what your Strava says your minutes per mile was. All it cares about is stimulus and adaptation. And it also, you don't want to, the worst thing to do in this scenario is try to work harder to maintain a speed that you think should be your easy speed. You're just going to accumulate fatigue doing that. Instead, a couple different ways to do it are to use your rating of perceived exertion. So you just keep it easy. And in the snow, you're really going to have to just dial back your speed to where you can still have a fairly normal, easy conversation at that effort level, at that speed. And you might have to slow down 30, 60 seconds per mile. Maybe you might have to slow down more depending on how much snow, or we're talking speed, elevation changes, etc. Heart rate is another great option. I like the Maffetone method for kind of guesstimating an easy heart rate zone where it's basically 180 minus your age is your upper heart rate limit. So if you're 30, a nice kind of upper level for your heart rate would be maybe 150 beats per minute. You could set an alert for that, for 150 beats per minute. And if you breach that, your watch is going to ding at you and you'll know you'll slow down. That's just a nice kind of it's a good, but it's an estimate on an appropriate heart rate for easy runs. So there's a couple different thoughts and suggestions for you when it comes to anything that kind of slows you or increases the effort level of a run. And we're talking, ideal scenarios would be, 50 to 60, 70, maybe 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And anything that takes us away from that, snow, sand, gravel, elevation changes, trail technicality, all that stuff makes a run harder, and you're just going to have to slow down, and that's okay. Your body doesn't care. It only wants to be able to get stimulus and recover from it. And if you're running your easy runs too hard, you're not going to get that ability, that opportunity to recover and adapt and get stronger. You're just going to accumulate fatigue, and that's a big no-no. You don't want to accumulate fatigue. That just leads to injury. You're going to get ill. You're just going to have general fatigue even outside of your runs. So keep those runs easy, even if you have to really dial back the speed.